What's up, fight fans? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What up to the fam? And what up to everyone in Mainman Mademan's boxing form? Hey, look, the thing is this, man. You know, fight fans, what I don't understand is if you know a fighter have already had some obligations, like they got something to do, why would a sanctioning body then turn around and order a fight for that fighter? Like if that fighter's already got marching orders and you know they may be going in another direction for another fight, why order them to fight for your whatever ranking or whatever belt when you know that they got something to do? The reason I say that, fight fans, is that we just heard news of the IBF coming out and ordering a fight between their number one contender, Filip Hergovich, and the number 3 contender, Andy Ruiz. And they order for them to do a fight, and the winner will be the IBF interim champion, right? And they're giving them 30 days to do a free negotiation period and so on and so forth. Now, the crazy thing is that we all know that Andy Ruiz has also been ordered to do a WBC final eliminator with Deontay Wilder. So he already had that ordered before this IBF order. So why would they even do it? You know what I'm saying? Some fans believe that maybe Eddie Hearn got something to do with this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I mean? Because right behind Andy Ruiz is Deontay Wilder in the number 4 spot of the IBF. And we know that Deontay Wilder ain't going to do it because, once again, he's been ordered by the WBC to do a final eliminator. So he's not going to do it. But in the number 5 position, we got Anthony Joshua. And if Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz decide to go and fight, well, it looked like that the next available contender would be Anthony Joshua, possibly first versus Filip Hergovich. Now, that would be music to Eddie Hearn's ears because, think about it, fight fans. If Anthony Joshua beats Filip Hergovich, that puts him in position possibly to make a run for an IBF vacant title if the winner of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk vacates the title, because we know that they're going for undisputed, which means all of the belts, right? So at the end of the day, man, it's like, look like Anthony Joshua might got himself a new route here. And I find it very convenient that this order comes out of nowhere once again when Andy Ruiz has something to do. Now, we all know that last year that the IBF did order the fight between Hergovich and Andy Ruiz then. However, Andy Ruiz was saying that he was dealing with some injuries, and so they kind of kicked it down the road. And so, unfortunately, now we coming back on around to this thing, and man, like I said before, Andy Ruiz has already been ordered to do something else. So fight fans are probably wondering, what exactly should Andy Ruiz do? Now, you may look at this situation and say, yo, it's easier for Andy Ruiz to go after Filip Hergovich, who's possibly an easy opponent, than Deontay Wilder. Maybe he should go after Filip Hergovich, putting himself in that IBF number 1 slot or winning that interim championship, and he can then either go after that vacant title if it becomes vacant, or maybe even line himself up for a 3rd fight with Anthony Joshua, right? And that would be a good benefit for Andy Ruiz. Now, then, you know, Deontay Wilder, you know, if PBC may be thinking about it from a standpoint of saying, hey, we can keep Deontay Wilder in the WBC, make him make a run for one of them vacant belt, that vacant WBC belt, and they can have Andy Ruiz go to the IBF and have him make a run for the vacant IBF strap. Now, couldn't they? Stopping up the rankings like they like to do sometimes, putting their guys in position that if belts become vacant, they right there. You know what I'm saying? We just got to wait and see if it works out, because PBC is also of the mindset where they ain't trying to work with nobody, fight fans, and they want to keep everything in-house. So if they continue with that mindset, then more than likely they'll go with that WBC final eliminator. We just got to wait and see. But however, it's all a big benefit for Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. And if he can pivot and do Anthony Joshua versus Hergovich, think about it. That's an all in-house matchroom thing. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Once again, putting Anthony Joshua on a path to a world title. Now, the only downside to this, fight fans, is that, you know, a few weeks back, we heard Eddie Hearn speaking about Anthony Joshua's 3-fight plan, you know what I mean? Where he was speaking about Anthony Joshua getting a tune-up, then maybe afterwards, maybe Dillian White, and then hopefully pivot into a fight with Deontay Wilder. But if this situation presents itself, fight fans, this may run the risk of running the interference now, I would think. And this is something that a lot of Deontay Wilder fans have been keeping their third eye open, you know, just in case Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua try to back away from their words. And the reason that they feel that way is because we've seen it before in the past, on many occasions, fight fans. So it's very unfortunate if it happens that way. But in this case, man, if Anthony Joshua makes a run for that title, man, who's to say he wouldn't try to pivot and fight, you know, Tyson Fury, if Tyson Fury is victorious against Usyk, or maybe pivot and try to fight someone else on UK soil. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, fight fans. And so you just can't trust the situation. You only can hope that they stick to their word, but this situation just seemed a bit fishy in my opinion. Comes out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And why would you once again order a fight with a fighter that's already tied up possibly to do something else? Doesn't make any sense, fight fans. It really, really doesn't. So we'll see how it goes. The thing you want to keep in mind, fight fans, is that the next mandatory in line for the winner of Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk supposed to be the WBA Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Dubois is the WBA's regular champion. It's said that the WBA is next in the mandatory line for the winner of that fight. So either way it goes, I mean, the IBF situation, they're hoping on vacated belts. They're hoping that, you know, maybe if Tyson Fury wins, he doesn't want to fight no more and he wants to just give up all the belts, or the winner may perceive themselves as bigger than belts and they want to get rid of those belts to not have to pay all of those sanctioning fees, you know what I mean? So that's what they're hoping in the IBF situation. But with the WBA, that's the actual mandatory that's going to be coming up next for the winner of that fight. So we'll see how it all works out, man. Yeah, I'm watching Hearn and Joshua. I want to see Joshua get back on his feet, but not to run away from Deontay Wilder again. It's the fight that the fans want. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn have done a good job over the years of clout chasing with Deontay Wilder. And hopefully they don't just use Deontay Wilder's name to try to rebuild Joshua. They actually do the fight. But time will tell. Thumbs up on the way out, but didn't hit it on the way in. Share, rock the bells. It's funny, fight fans. Real funny. To the next video. Peace.